Hello, everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, the Sulphur Springs City Council is expected to save some $800,000 by refinancing some existing general obligation bonds at a lower rate. An ordinance to refinance the bonds passed on first reading at a regular City Council meeting Tuesday evening. The City Council also passed an ordinance on first reading approving a $445,000 limited tax note to cover cost of new vehicles and equipment purchases over 3 years for renovating existing city buildings. The council also awarded a bid for water line materials to Hayes Pipe Supply for the Conley Street project. The City Council also denied on first reading a zoning change on Houston Street. The request for 607 Houston was seeking a zoning change from single-family to two-family housing. The denial followed the recommendation of the City Planning and Zoning Commission that had called the request spot zoning. 3 council members voted to allow that zoning change. A routine traffic stop in Hopkins County Tuesday afternoon led to the arrest of 2 men. DPS Trooper William Galantine stopped the vehicle the 2 men were in for speeding. Arrested were 44-year-old Richard Leon Howell of Fort Worth and 39-year-old Mark Allen Tutton of Gun Barrel City. They were charged with possession of more than 1 gram but less than 4 grams of suspected methamphetamine. Howell also faces charges of driving a vehicle while his license is invalid and of displaying expired license plates. He was also found to have an outstanding warrant from Kaufman County for having a prohibitive weapon. Tutton also had an outstanding warrant from Tom Green County for DWI and one from Henderson County for possession of a controlled substance. Both men were taken to the Hopkins County Jail. The Sulphur Springs High School one-act play, Jules Verne Eats a Rhinoceros, did not advance at area competition Tuesday in Maybank. I talked with Lachey Woodard, Director of Theater Arts at Sulphur Springs High School.
We had a great performance yesterday. The kids have improved every time through district by district area, but we did not advance yesterday, so they were, of course, very sad about that. We never agree with the judges' decisions in a case like that. But I was very, very proud of the kids anyway. I think they did a great job with their show. They put in so many hours, even between the quick turnaround of a week between by district and area. Just didn't work out for us in these subjective contests. Sometimes it doesn't go the way you want, and there's really no clear, specific thing you can put your finger on. It just doesn't.
Do they give you critiques or anything?
Yes, we get a written critique from each judge, a brief written critique from each judge, and kind of a rubric they fill out, and then we get an oral critique from one judge. But basically they were all great. We had from goods to excellence and everything, and they seemed to really enjoy the show. They just didn't advance us this time. So.
Yeah. Did we get awards or anything?
We did. Rachel Bramlett and Chase Berry both got acting awards, and they've received awards at every level. Right. Hagen Hunt and Anthony Arroyo have also received acting awards at other levels. So I've been very, very impressed with the kids this year. They've worked very hard.
The technical folks?
Oh, yes. They always get awards, too. Trey Ransom, one of our departing seniors, that's so sad, got our technical award this time. Lucia Yanez was another senior, got our technical award at district. And then Kennedy Dykus got a technical award as well. So, we got talented, hardworking kids on both sides of the stage, so that's wonderful.
Yeah. What's next in drama world now?
Oh gosh, our seniors are directing a farce called 39 Steps. It's kind of based on an Alfred Hitchcock thing, and then it's turned into a script, and they've kind of reverse gender casted it, and all the boys are playing girls, and all the girls are playing boys, and that's what they're working on, and we'll do that in May, and that's kind of close out our year, and it's been a good year. So
yeah, well, the one-act play had a good run.
We had a great run this year. Yeah, it's our second year in a row to go to areas, so we're proud of that. We're gonna move on a little further next year, just little bitty steps. So yes, very, very good year.
I predict you may not find a play with as an interesting title.
Yes, Jules Verne Eats a Rhinoceros was one everybody just kind of paused and thought about, but it fit our kids really well, and it was fun to do, a very fun stylistic kind of play. So, and we changed it each level; it became a new thing. So that was also fun to work with. But yeah, we might do a normal play next year. You don't know.
Oh my.
We'll see. I think we are doing Addams Family in the fall for our musicals, so that'll be really exciting. We're looking forward to that.
Pastor Chris Stevens of Central Baptist Church wants everyone to know about the month full of special services they have at Central Baptist Church during April, starting this Sunday, April 7th, with Faith's Journey Trio in 2 services, 10:30 a.m. and 6 p.m.
The church is actually going to celebrate its 70th anniversary this year, and we'll have a big service, bring in a couple of the staff members from the past and let them speak for us. It'll just be a great day. I believe it's on June the 30th, just off the top of my head, but 70 years Central Baptist Church has been here.
That is wonderful news. Well, you have so many things to tell, and maybe the first thing should be your special music on this coming Sunday.
Oh, yes. We've got Faith's Journey coming to us. They're an amazing trio from Branson. They sing at Jackie B. Good's. They sing at Silver Dollar City. They do concerts and revivals all around the America. As a matter of fact, they've done 120. They've averaged 120 concerts in the past 7 years, 120 concerts a year. It's amazing. Jonathan Edwards and Dina Edwards, and then Josh Adams, and their keyboardist Lee Hendricks, who travels with other groups, even Mickey Gilley. He won't be able to be with them this week, but Josh and Dina and Jonathan will be. And you talk about singing. These folks are real. I'm not saying they're good. They are awesome. They've won many, many awards. But their heart is with the Lord. I think their saying is encouraging believers and introducing Christ to the lost. Their show in Branson is simply country, absolutely gospel. And Jonathan is the son of a missionary to New Zealand.
Wow.
And has done a great job. And we don't like to say this a lot, but his brother Benji is our youth pastor. Okay. But we don't hold that against Jonathan. It's okay.
Well, that's a real good local connection for us to get Faith's Journey Trio here, hopefully, frequently. There'll be 2 services this Sunday they'll appear in?
Yes, ma'am. They'll sing at our 10:30 service. They'll do 4 songs. And then at 6 o'clock, they'll do a full-fledged concert, just as if they were in Branson. So it'll be an awesome time.
My. 10:30 and 6?
6, okay. Yes, ma'am. And I've known them for about 7 years now. Jonathan and I are really good friends, and I really appreciate his stand for Christ and his music. It's just amazing what the Lord is doing in and through them.
Faith's Journey Trio. So look them up if you'd like, and be sure and catch their appearances here when they share at Central Baptist Church this coming weekend.
They call themselves traditional gospel.
Okay.
So it's not contemporary, although they do sing some of the choruses. It's mostly just good old Southern gospel music.
Good. And that wonderful welcoming feel that comes with that. Well, what else is going on at Central Baptist?
Oh, let's see. I think Easter's coming up pretty quick, and I think that's April the 21st. And we're going to try something we've never done before. At 9:30, instead of having Sunday school, we are going to have what is called a family hunt. and we're going to let families hunt Easter eggs. We're going to put hundreds of them around the facilities and just turn the families loose, and we're going to have prizes and things for those that get the most, and we may get a duck for those that don't get any. No, I'm just kidding about that, but it's just going to be a great family morning from 9:30 to 10:15. We're going to have a light breakfast, and then at 10:30 we'll have our Easter service, and the choir is going to sing the old cantata, "Oh, What a Savior." You know, that "Once I was straying." That's going to be an awesome time. We're really, I really encourage folks to come there. And then we're not going to have an evening service because we love families. And we want families to spend time together. So we're going to start at 9:30 with the families, then do the church family 10:30 service, and then let everybody have the evening off to spend with their family.
Okay. Well, to remind folks, that's for the Easter Sunday weekend on April 21st. So this Sunday is Faith's Journey Trio,
yes,
April
ma'am.
7th. The next Sunday, of course, will be a regular Sunday, which you invite people to.
Absolutely. We have Sunday school at 9:30 and morning worship at 10:30. I'm actually doing a series from Gethsemane to Glory. And I started last week with Gethsemane to the Judgment Hall. This week I'll be preaching on the Judgment Hall to Golgotha. And then next week I'll do Golgotha to the grave. And then I'll do from the grave to glory. Because that's what's the difference in Christianity. We serve a risen Savior. He's alive. You like the old song said, "You ask me how I know He lives? He lives within my heart." So Easter's going to be a great day.
You know, so much of our faith is expressed through lyrics of songs, and I like the way that you bring that out
Well, thank
frequently
you.
in conversation. And there's something else. Of course, there's many things about Central Baptist Church. It's an excellent location right there next to Buford Park. It's growing because families love putting their kids in Sunday school.
Yes, ma'am.
And attending.
We have a great children's program. I tease a lot about Melinda. She does a great job. We call her Moo. And so Moo is awesome. We don't tell her that at work, but she really is awesome. Our children's ministry is growing. Her heart for kids is amazing. And we have a new youth pastor who is actually Jonathan Edwards' brother, Benji. He's been with us now 3 months, and our youth group has almost doubled in that amount of time. He is just amazing there. So the church is doing great. We're growing. We're seeing visitors come. The Lord is blessing in our services. And it's just amazing to see God's hand move in just the 9 months that I've been here.
Well, I have to say, I do attend a exercise class at Central Baptist Church called P31.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been held there. And there's a big gym right outside the door that we meet in, and it's wonderful. There's youth there that play basketball and do certain activities there.
Yes,
and it's,
ma'am.
again, emanating that joy.
Right. P31 is our amazing connection points. If you go to our website, I think you'll find we have 14 connection points where anybody can connect with anything. I'm actually wanting to start a golf league. I love to play golf, and if I can get us a golf league going, you don't have to be a member of the church. Just play golf with us, do 9 holes once a week, and just fellowship and have fun. A lot of those little things were called connection points we're trying to get going.
Okay, excellent idea. And you also have a school at your church.
Yes. I'm a Christian education nut. The Lord has allowed me to start 3 Christian schools and to principal or administer at least 2 aside of the 3 that I have started. And Central Christian Academy is amazing, where kindergarten or preschool through 6th grade this year. We're looking to grow a little bit more. If we could get enough 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, we could actually move forward. We're looking at maybe even buying some property and building a better building in the future. Right now, we do need 4th and 5th graders. If anyone is interested, we'd love to have them. Encourage you to call Miss Kathy Vance. She is an excellent principal of our school. Last year was her first year, and she's awesome. Looking forward to a great year. We've got some super teachers that are excited about what God is doing there, too.
And that's called Central Christian Academy.
Yes, ma'am. CCA.
open enrollment going on now.
Open enrollment, absolutely. Just give us a call and we'll tell you all about it and let you know everything that's happening. It'd be awesome.
Well, we only know you for the past 9 months, but we sure do like you.
Oh, well, thank you.
And what you've added to our town. But tell folks a little of your background.
Okay, I was saved at the age of 10 in San Angelo, Texas. Somebody said, "Where are you from?" Remember that Ricky Nelson song, "I've Been Everywhere"?
Mm-hmm.
I've been in 49 of the 50 states. The only one I haven't been in is Hawaii. I was born in Fairbanks, Alaska, saved in San Angelo, Texas, went to school in Springfield, Missouri, met my wife, who's from Kansas. I've ministered in Tennessee, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama, and Texas, and Kansas, and love every bit of it. It's just amazing what God has allowed me to learn through the years. And I love people. I just got back from Mississippi preaching at a pastor's conference. And in my bio, it's my pastor wrote it, he said this, "Chris, he loves people and his heart is missions." And truly, that's pretty much it. I love people wherever they are, whatever they're doing, and my heart is missions. I love foreign missions, love helping missionaries take care of things like that. Our church actually supports 88 missionaries.
Same.
We give about $180,000 a year to Faith Promise Foreign Missions, just to spread the gospel around the world.
Well, Central Baptist Church has a long history not only of serving the people in our town and community, but of being a very strong type of church.
Yes, ma'am.
Something that people can come to and build their families with.
Yes, ma'am, and that's what we want to be. We're family-oriented all the way around. We have all different age groups. We have a connection point for young couples. They just had a fish fry out in my front yard the other night. You know where my RV is? They went out on that little concrete slab, and I say a fish fry. It was actually crawfish.
Oh.
And there were about 50 people out there in my front yard. Miss Robin and I couldn't get any sleep. No, I'm just kidding. It was a lot of fun watching them out there. It's just the young couples in the church. We've got another group that meets once a month for a senior luncheon. We'll have 20 to 30 there. We've got the middle-age group that Brother Gene Madison teaches. He's doing a great job with his class, and they have an activity every month, so it's good.
The very next thing that happens at Central Baptist Church, well, I guess you have Wednesday evening services?
Yes, ma'am, we do. We have Awanas on Sunday night, and on Wednesday night we have what's called Wink, Wednesday night kids for the little kids. We have a class that I'm teaching on marriage. We just talked last week on how to have a goodie without taking one. Some people look at me and say, "What do you mean?" Remember the old goodie powder? They would stop a headache. Mm-hmm. Well, I taught a class on how to fight and how to fight fair. How to have a goodie, how to have a good fight without having to take one because it gave you a headache. And I went through all what we call communication, reconciliation, and all of the things involved in sometimes you just disagree. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, other than the fact that it's two rivers coming together beating heads. And I told the guys, I said, if you really want to have peace in your home, learn 3 words. Yes, dear, and the wife is always right. That's it. Then you can have peace in your home. But in reality, Paul gives us a great list of how to fight fairly and how to take care of that conflict. And tonight, I'll be talking about strengthening your relationship. And as you grow, the things that are involved in that. So we start that at 6 o'clock on Wednesday nights. Our youth have a group going on, and we have a regular Bible study also for the senior adults. And it all starts at 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay. Central Baptist Church in Sulphur Springs on
League and Conley.
Okay, League and Conley by Buford Park.
Can't go down Conley.
Yeah.
City's got that road all messed up.
Oh.
So come down League or come down Houston and turn south.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you, Pastor Chris Stevens.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be here.
In sports, the Wildcats baseball team continues to struggle. At Wildcat Park Tuesday night, the Wildcats lost to Lindale 7-2. It was the Wildcats' fifth straight loss and their fourth straight district loss. The Wildcats are 2-6 in district play. Wildcats baseball coach Jared Hammock.
Yeah, it seems to be just the same old, same old. We're finding ways to lose games as opposed to making ways to win. And we did something last night that I really don't recall seeing as a player or a coach over the last however many years I've been doing both. We had 8 errors. I think we only had 7 on the board, but they were being kind. We had 8 according to my book, and several other things that just not even being able to play catch that didn't necessarily go down as an error, but just very not clean, just not playing a clean game. I think truly, according to, again, the game changer, they had no earned runs out of their 7 because of all the mistakes. And they weren't hard plays. You know, they were routine stuff that we work on every day, and we're just not making plays. And, you know, the same old song and dance when we get people in scoring position. You know, we tried a safety squeeze last night. We couldn't execute it, ended up with a strikeout. We're just not getting the key hits. You know, same thing we talk about all the time. So we're just not performing to the level that we're used to over the last few years. And, you know, we just have to keep working and trying to get better and hope. You know, I believe in the law of averages, and right now the scale is tipped in the bad way toward us, so I feel like it's got to come back to us. But you know, it's getting tight, and it needs to come back pretty quick if we're going to have a shot.
I just wonder how much, you know, you kind of wonder about losing streaks in baseball and all that. How much is mental, you know, and how much this is getting in the players' heads?
Well, I think there's no question the game itself is probably more mental than we give it credit, and it's a game of failure, and it's how people are able to respond to their failures and overcome them and try to maintain a positive, you know, optimistic demeanor and not let it just keep you down. But it's I tell you, it's getting more difficult to do that very thing. There's no question, because we're just in such a struggle that I can't recall ever being in. And I mean, all I know is just to keep trying to work through it and just have optimism that, you know, it can change and will change. But again, you know, time is getting short. And you know, we actually got help last night. The other 2 games went exactly the way we needed them to. We just didn't hold up our end of the bargain. And you know, I can't remember the last time we've lost 3 home games. Right. And we've done so. So there are a lot of firsts that are occurring, you know, this year that in my 14 years here we've not done. But you know, it's a good group of guys. You know, love being around them, but at some point they got to perform. Mm-hmm. And right now we're just not.
Lindale there on Friday, and so, you know, once again, it's the next game, so it's a big important to put that one in the win column. No question, and I hate having to even talk about that. I usually don't talk about winning, you know, through the years, but I mean, it's getting to the point where you have to, but at the same time, you don't want to get caught up in it. You just want to go through the process and what it does take to win. And if you just do those things and get caught up in that, you know, it'll take care of itself. But there's no doubt we're in a very urgent, you know, situation with, what is it, seven games left maybe? And we need to do well, you know, in those 7, and probably have to, you know, get some help. But again, like I told them last night, we can either go get into bed and crawl under the covers, or we can, you know, just come back to practice today and work harder than you've worked, and just try to get better. And good things can happen, but we have to make the good things happen. They're not just going to magically appear. We've got to do it. The Lady Cat softball team won by the 10-run rule Tuesday night at Lady Cat Park against Texas High. The score was 15-5, and the Lady Cats had 18 hits. Lady Cat softball coach David Carrillo.
I thought we definitely stepped it up. Before the game, I had asked some of our kids, we're going to step it up today. And they said, yeah, Coach, we're ready to go. And I thought we played outstanding offensively. And, with a team like that, sometimes you got to go out and score them. And that's what the mindset that we had, because we knew offensively they were a very good hitting team. And they showed it. We need to kind of shore up some things, on defense. But for the most part, they were able to hit the ball. But we definitely were able to hit the ball, and we made some outstanding defensive plays ourselves. Kelsey Wallace hitting the home run to set the tone. She hit 2 out last night. Brinkley Driver had an outstanding game. And then, I got to brag on her, Sierra Smith. Total package last night. 6 RBIs, grand slam home run, and what great defense she played last night. I've never seen a kid play a game like she did defensively. Just made like 4 ESPN plays like she did. So again, it was just great. It was good to see her having some success, because again, sometimes you get overshadowed by some kids, but Sierra's been steady for the last 2 years, her being newcomer of the year, and of course having the game that she did last night, and she had something to prove, and she did a great job.
Now, you got out 7-0. They come back, like you said, they can hit. They score 5. It's a 7-5 ball game. But at that point, Bailey Haggerty retires 9 in a row.
Yeah.
And that was really big.
That was big. Bailey's such a competitor. Like I said, she's a veteran out there, and there's some things I think we did defensively that we needed to execute a little bit better, and it kind of put us in a hole. And when you get like that and you get a team like that, they can catch up in a hurry. And that's what happened last night. And we were able to just that just happens when you have teams with experience. They didn't lose it. They didn't panic. They just knew, hey, we got to get back and take care of business, and that's what they did. But when you have Bailey out there, it's a good feeling, because she's a competitor, and she's going to get it figured out. And she was able to figure it out. Like I said, after that initial, they didn't score a run the rest of the time either. So she actually finished the game out strong.
You're well positioned for the second half. First half 4-1. And now you start the second half with Royce City coming here. Yes.
Last time, that game, they do have some kids in the lineup that can hit. He has a few pitchers that he pitches. We expect them. They're fighting for their playoff lives right now. So they're going to come in here and come get after us. So, we need to make sure that we take care of our business, because I was looking at the standings, and I believe if we can win Friday night, that we do clinch at least a playoff spot. And that's good to have early. Mm-hmm. So, we're looking at that. And, the season goes by fast when you only have 10 games. So, that being said, you cannot slip up on any of them. And, we still have our goal to get Mount Pleasant over here and try to battle for a district championship. That's our goal. And, we got to win this one to get there. So we'll see what happens on Friday.
The Lady Cats 4-1 in district play open the second half of district play against Royce City Friday night at Lady Cat Park. The Wildcats golf team finished second in the district golf tournament Monday and Tuesday at Paris Country Club to qualify for the regional tournament. Carter Lewis won the district championship. Mason Bergen stepped in when Flew struck Chip Childress and Grant Moheski on Monday. We get more from Wildcats golf coach Chris Owens.
Played the last 2 days at Paris Country Club. Kids, pulled together as a team extremely well. We had some adversity. I find out Sunday late that one kid's not going to be there. One is thinking he's going to recover from the flu. Both had the flu. And things were looking good Sunday night, even Monday morning. We had a late tee time, which helped us a lot. We didn't tee off till 12:30. So I found out in the morning that he's throwing up, can't go. So I had to go pull another kid out of class and get him ready and talk to him, Mason Bergen, and Mason never wavered and, did a great job for us and stepped right in and played good, kept us in there, in the hunt the first day. And then thankfully the other two kids were able to play. They gutted it up and played the next day. Kip Childress and Grant Maheski played well. Both of them shot their best round they've shot all year. And the kids played well. Day two, I was really proud of how they all played and came together. Even day one, our kids stepped up and played good. Carter Lewis played extremely well. He won the tournament. He's the district champion. Shot a 70 and a 71. He was just pretty much flawless day two. down the stretch. He made two 10-foot putts clutch for par, to give him the lead. He won by 2 strokes, and that certainly would have made it for a playoff. And, but he did, he was as calm and cool as I've seen him and played his best golf that I've ever seen him play. So excited about that, excited about the rest of the team, the way that they played. We finished the year, that's what you always strive for. You want to play your best at district. You want to build to that all year, and that's what we did. We had 2 or 3 kids that shot their best rounds ever in a high school tournament. I was so proud of that, extremely proud of what the guys did. As I said, Carter Lewis won with a 70 on day 1, 71 on day 2. Overall district champion Colton Bench shot a 78 day 1, 73 day 2, was 5th in district, so he'll be first team all district as well. Right. Played well. Really proud of that 73 on day 2. Andrew Escobar showed out day 1, 75, shot 82 on day 2, but overall a great performance. Connor Bergen. Not Connor, excuse me. He's going to get me for that. I always mix him and his twin brother up. But Mason Bergen stepped in, shot a 94 day 1, 86 day 2. Can't be more proud of him for stepping up because he didn't expect to go and hadn't played in the tournament in a good long while and just stepped in and played great. Kip Childress shot his best round ever at a high school tournament, 79 on day 2, and the same for Grant Moheski. He shot 85. So kids stepped up, and some of those kids are young kids, and we're going to get them back, and that experience I think is invaluable. So overall, very pleased. We're going to advance now. Day 1 we were tied with Mount Pleasant with a 317. And day 2, our kids showed out, stepped up. We beat them by 25 strokes overall. So solidly in second place. Texas High won, of course. But now we're going to get to go to regionals, the whole team, and play over in Rockwall Golf and Athletic Club in Rockwall on the 24th and 25th of this month. So looking forward to that. We've been over there a bunch of times, so the kids know the course, and just looking forward to it.
3 Lady Cats golfers competed as individuals at that district golf tournament Monday and Tuesday at Paris Country Club. Sophomore Miriam Tran finished in second place as a medalist and is heading for the regional tournament. More from Lady Cats golf coach Whitney Spigner.
She did pretty good. Of course, we were looking for a district championship, but her competition with Gracie Hennard from T-High, she's pretty good. She's been playing for a long time, so that was stiff competition. First day was very cold. We were kind of surprised and taken back by that because we've had such good weather here lately. But even besides that, it ended up being a pretty day. We'd rather take that kind of coldness over rain any day. But Miriam shot a 82 the first day. She had 2 doubles, so if you take 4 over out of that, 10 over, she was easily right there in contention. Just kind of had a few mishaps. Then Charlie Potts, she shot a 116 on the first day. Wasn't her best, and she was a little disappointed in that. She'd been practicing real hard and doing pretty well, and just some things just kind of fell apart for her. And Addison White, she shot a 112. She did pretty good. She'd been practicing staying till dark, staying way late after practice was over, and trying to get better. Both of those girls were a little disappointed in their scores. They were expecting to, were trying to break 100 for the first time. On the second day, we started earlier, and earlier in the day than on the first day, and Miriam shot an 81. We were keeping track and hoping that she would, get back those 8 strokes. But that first hole coming out, she shot 4 over on that first one, and that kind of sunk the ship, if you will. What was very impressive is that she didn't let it get to her. She played the next 17 holes only 5 over. Which was impressive to me for a sophomore to not get rattled by that and to still continue to play her game and keep battling back and trying to break 80 again. Charlie Potts, she got better than the first day. She shot 116 that first day, and she shot 113 the next day. Wow. And then Addison White shot 113 as well. Beautiful days both days, considering even though it was a little chilly. but we're looking for Miriam to go to regionals. That'll be on the 22nd and 23rd of this month, Easter weekend, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll get a state qualifier out of that.
Is she excited about going to regional?
She is. I mean, the competition was really between Gracie and Miriam, and we kind of figured that Miriam would end up at regionals, but she placed second at district last year, and that was against a senior, and then Gracie moved in, and we knew that would be her competition. So we were looking for a district championship, and there were just golf gods were not on Miriam's side. There was some crazy luck that happened for Gracie that was just unbelievable. We were like, how could that happen? And but Miriam didn't let it get to her. She is maturing greatly, and I believe that she's going to show them what's up at regionals.
That's Channel 18 TV News for today. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.